Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about proving disability for Social Security purposes if you've had past work as a teacher. And over the years, I've represented a number of teachers who are filing for disability, and I noticed certain common characteristics of those cases. I want to talk to you about that today and give you some suggestions about how you can prove disability if you have been a teacher in the past. First of all, I will tell you that judges tend to like teachers because most teachers enter that profession as a calling. It's not about the money. It's usually because they want to help and they want to teach people and share their wisdom. So I think judges inherently do like teachers. Many teachers I've represented have taught for a long time, sometimes as a substitute, sometimes as a permanent teacher, sometimes high school, elementary, whatever. But the bottom line is that having a long work record as a teacher is something that I think judges will tend to give you the benefit of the doubt more than other professions because, again, it is a very demanding type of profession that is not particularly lucrative, but it's something that you give of yourself to do, and I think judges do appreciate that. Now, realize that if you have a medical condition that prevents you from teaching, that does not make you disabled for Social Security purposes. In disability, Social Security disability, we have to prove that you do not have the capacity to do any kind of work, not just being a teacher. So let's assume you cannot teach. Could you be a ticket taker at a movie theater? Could you be a textile inspector? Could you be a surveillance system monitor? And many teachers say, well, all I've ever done is teach. That's really all I know. I couldn't make enough money doing these other kind of jobs. That's not the point. That's not relevant. The question is, if you had one of these other jobs, one of these simple entry-level, what I call a warm body job, if that was available, could you do it? Not could you go back to being a teacher. Let's assume you could not. So that's one thing, is to understand what we have to prove. Second thing is that as a teacher, I think it's important to let the judge know all the things that you do. Many teachers that I've represented in the past have told me that their job involves a lot of lifting, whether it's books or supplies or classroom materials. It could involve lifting 25 or 30 pounds. The Dictionary of Occupational Titles, which is the book that vocational experts use, generally describe teaching as a lighter type of occupation. So if your job involved a lot more lifting than what most people would think, it's important to talk about that. The other thing about teaching is a lot of my clients tell me that there's a lot of stairs and climbing and kneeling and crouching and things like that. That sometimes doesn't always come out in the documentation, but if it's something that you were involved in, then make sure to let the judge know about that, because if your work as performed was more difficult than what the DOT talks about, that's something the judge needs to know about. It also can explain why you have various problems. I've had teachers tell me that they've developed allergies because of exposure to chalk. They've had issues with mold in the classroom or dust, things like that. So anything that arose from your job as a teacher, it's important to let the judge know about, because those could be medical factors that could impact your case. In addition to physical problems, I've had clients tell me that they've developed emotional issues, anxiety, depression from stressful situations in class or poorly behaved students. So there can be a mental health component to that. Also, there can be a mental health component from not being able to teach anymore. Again, if someone they put their whole life into being a teacher, that's how they see themselves, that's how they define themselves, now they can't teach, that's going to be depressing. So there may be a mental health element. If that's the case, I would encourage you to seek treatment for that mental health condition. And again, depression may be an element that we bring into our argument, in addition to physical issues, which could be knee or back or ankle, again, from standing all the time or climbing or things like that. So those are some of the factors that I see in cases involving teachers. And I guess the big picture is you want to look at your medical situation holistically, not just I have a back problem or I've got a knee problem. What else is going on? What are the problems developed during your time as a teacher that we can use to argue that not only could you not be a teacher, but you could not do anything else as well. So I hope that if you're a teacher, I hope that you're able to not have to file for disability. You can continue to teach, but if you do need to file for disability because of any number of medical conditions, please please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to our channels, and if I can be of assistance to you, please let me know. This is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you well. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.